Hey guys, what's going on? What's going on? I hope you guys are having a blessed day. This video, as you can tell by the title, is going to be about Dave Ramsey's 7 baby steps. Everything I was doing before Dave Ramsey, me and my wife, it was not working for me. I was failing and I was struggling because I didn't have a so-called process. Um, I'm just trying to cool down. Sorry for the sweat. One of my neighbors across the street I think his starter went out, and I went out there to see if I can help him get the car started, but I couldn't. So anyway, this video is about that, about those Dave Ramsey's 7 baby steps that changed my life. And like I said beforehand, I didn't have a plan with money. I just thought the purpose of money was to go to work, make money, spend it on stuff that I wanted, and then go to work and make more money. That is not the process. So in this video, like I said, guys, we're going over those 7 baby steps and how practical they are and how you can apply it to your life. And you can modify it within your own personal budget, but having a plan is better than having no plan. And most of us, like the old me and my wife, we didn't have a plan with money. So we messed up a whole lot around money. But doing Dave Ramsey's plan step by step and then modifying it because I was going through things like a custody battle. Dave Ramsey is not covering custody battle. And I learned to look at that as a stupid tax. If I'd have made better decisions, and who I was going to marry and have children by, I wouldn't have had to pay so much. Of course, my wife, anything you see me pause like that, my wife was like, whatever. Anyway, so let's get into that. So the first baby step will be baby step 1. Now, it is to save $1,000 in a beginner emergency fund. Now, Dave Ramsey explains, just like I understand, my wife understood, this $1,000 is not meant to keep you there for months and years. It's meant to have it for maybe 4 to 5 months while you tackle some of your debt, and that's step 2, but we'll get there in a second. So that $1,000 in your emergency fund, put it into emergency fund that is not attached to your checking account, because you will continue to swipe and pull from it not knowing it. And if you overdraft in one, they'll take it from your savings. So have it into a separate bank account. We put ours in a separate credit union account that was not attached to anything that we had. So that's how we kept that $1,000 over there, and either we could drive over there or we can transfer the amount back if we had a flat tire. We had a lot of for some reason we were prone to a lot of tire issues when we were broke. I don't know if that's a universal thing. Let me know in the comments, but we struggled with tires. We got a flat tire every month. You're like, what the heck? So anyway, that $1,000 in your emergency fund, move it over. That's baby step 1. Now, once you have completed baby step 1, baby step 2 is extremely simple, and it is simply to pay off all your debt except for your house. So, I'm gonna give you my example. I had 3 credit cards, a title loan, a payday loan, a loan by phone. I had it all. And my wife we had student loan and medical bills on top of all of that stuff that I had. And 2, count them, 2 car payments. So, what are you doing, Charlie? So we had 2 car payments on top of all of that debt, that consumer debt. And it was unnecessary. So, me and my wife stuck to baby step 1. We saved that $1,000. Anything over the $1,000 goes toward paying off the smallest debt that you have. So what was our smallest debt? Was my credit cards. The smallest debt that we had was my credit cards, and they were past due. They were like 90, 120, they were months past due. So they went to collections, and then I called collections from the credit app and was like, hey, I don't have, $1,000, $1,700. I don't have this money. I can give you, 200. or 150 because all they want to do is collect the debt. They don't care really how much they get. They just, if it went to a collection agency, the collection agency paid that company to turn over that account so they can go after you for the money. And if they get it, that's fine. And if you call and negotiate like I did, I was like, no, I'm not, I don't have it. I'm broke. And I got it paid off. I maybe paid off 3 credit cards totaling maybe like, it was only like $5,000-$6,000 in debt, but I paid them off with like a few $100. And that was, so I got them to, on the phone, to email me a letter from the company guaranteeing that they only wanted $200 to settle this bill. I got it in writing because it's not what you know, it's what you can prove. They emailed me. I got the email in writing that was attached to send the money, and then I sent the money. I didn't use my bank account card. I used like a Walmart prepaid card and paid them because they can still take more than you. Don't give me your bank account information because they might still take more, and then you got to go to court and try to get the money back. So it's a hassle. So that was step 2. And again, smallest debt first. And before you even get started, you have to know or have a why. You have to have a solid reason. You have to be sick and tired of sick and tired. And I know people say that, but they don't really mean it if you go back to it. We don't have credit cards to this day. None. Because we were tired of having to borrow money and then try to struggle to pay it back, then borrow more. And all we were doing was buying things that we didn't need with money we didn't have to try to impress people we didn't even know and or like. So, number 1, build up $1,000 in your emergency fund. I have some previous videos, and I'll post another one showing you how to create some passive income so you can hurry up and get to that $1,000. And step 2, pay off all your debt except for your house. That is what I just explained. It's very simple to do. It's hard because it takes a lot of discipline, and people don't want to get out of debt until they're tired. So if you don't have a solid reason why, you won't be able to do it. But stick to it, and I guarantee you'll knock it out. All right, step 3 is to save 3 to 6 months of expenses for emergencies. So that came down to, once all your debt is paid, is what we did. Everything that we could pull or sell or get rid of, we did, and we hurry up and built up several months of emergency fund. I think over 6 months. But you do 3 to 6 months on your baby step journey. 3 to 6 months for expenses. So what you do, you take all of your expenses for 1 month. Not the eating out, not the extra stuff, but you take your 4 walls, which is your house or your mortgage or rent, your utilities, your groceries, and why am I drawing a blank? Mom, what's the 4 walls? House or rent, utilities, food and transportation. So those 4. Sorry, I drew a blank. Your house, mortgage or rent, your utilities, your transportation, car, and your food. You need those. You need those 4 to live moderately, to at least have shelter and safe, and to be able to get up and go to work and come home. Now, remember, during this process, you should only be going to work and coming home. Going to work and coming home. Going to work overtime and coming home. Your goal within the next 12 months is to sacrifice 12 months of your life to get back the rest of your life, to get back 12 to 24 years. Because if you consistently do these things like spending your every dollar out of your paycheck when you get paid, you want to get paid on Wednesday, you paid on Wednesday, you broke by Friday. Or, like most people, you paid on Friday, you broke by Monday. That's not a lifestyle. That's stress. That's stress and suffering on purpose. Simple as that. So, baby step 1, save $1,000. Baby step 2 is to pay off all your debt except for your house. Baby step 3 is to save 3 to 6 months of your emergency fund. So all your monthly expenses, just say if it totaled up to $3,000 for a month for you to function with your basic things in your house, not eating out, but $3,000 a month, you would do either $9,000 for your 3 months for your basic expenses, or you would do what, 16 for your 6 months. Couldn't get it out for your 6 months emergency fund. If that whatever is in between that window that you can function with appropriately, that's what you should do. So again, if it's $3,000 to run your household, 3, 6, 9. That's $9,000 you would need to save if you can get there quicker for 3 months, just in case you lose your job, some emergency happen, whatever. And if you can go above and beyond that, continue to go. At least try to have 6 months. 6 months emergency fund be $16,000, give or take, depending on your personal budget and your household. Because I was just like $12,000. Yeah, 12 in our 6 month period. So anyway, but you see what I mean? It varies by the individual and how hard you work to get there. And the things that you sacrifice is what's going to help you get there quicker. And that's what you want to do. You want to get to that 3 to 6 month emergency fund quick, and watch what happens when you focus on getting to that point. Everything feel like an emergency, but when you get to that 3 month emergency fund, you're going to feel a breath of fresh air. You're going to feel relaxed. You're not going to feel so tense because bills are getting paid. And I'm telling you, I know the feeling. You're going to feel great, and you're going to be able to breathe and slow down just a smidgen. So, baby step 4. If you're stuck in baby step 3, because we were in baby step 3, and then we got into 4, then we had a baby. We went back to 3, and we're still in 3 now, because we're expecting another baby. So we're in 3 now, but when you get to baby step 4, which is invest 15% of your household income into retirement, that's where you invest in your 401k at your job, your Roth IRA, have some money going to some kind of brokerage or investment account so it can grow. Baby step 5 is to save for college for your children. We have 2 and 3 on the third one on the way. Saving money for their college. We use high yield savings accounts. We have to set up 529s. We have basic things that we use to help them pay for higher education. It may not be college for all, but it'll be some kind of trade or skilled job where you get paid, a lot of money. My son wants to be I think he said a welder or video game developer, something. He want to do something, but the money will go toward him doing something, or my daughter doing something. So that's step 5 is saving for your children's college fund. And like I said, you can do college or you can do trade school. Number 6 is to pay off your house. The house we're in now, this house, our humble abode, is not the one we will be raising our children in. We only here for a little while longer, then we're moving back up north. But pay off your house is step 6. And step 7 is what I love, is to build wealth and give generously. By doing Dave Ramsey's plan, guys, I didn't have a single clue about money and what to do. And my mother-in-law kept bringing it up to me and my wife. And I found it was like, look, we were living off Dollar Tree when things were $1 at Dollar Tree. We were taking like $40 a week and going to buy groceries. We were living out of a microwave, and it was hard. But we were sick and tired of being sick and tired. We didn't want to bring our children into this world doing the same bad habits that we have, because we picked up habits from our parents. So Dave Ramsey's 7 baby steps really came into our lives and changed the way we view money and changed the way we think about generational wealth. Now, with all that being said, none of this will work if you don't want to do it. Nobody is doing it for you. The government will not give you government assistance and food stamps to help lift you out of poverty. The government is not into lifting people out of poverty. They will put you in it and keep you in it, but they won't help you build wealth. That's not what the government does. So, with that being said, I truly urge you guys to take notes from this video. Follow, if you can, Dave Ramsey's Baby Steps. If you want to, please follow it. If you don't follow it to a T, that's fine. But just have a plan with your money. Because if you don't tell your money what to do, you'll wonder where it goes. And you'll keep doing it until you continue the cycle of generational poverty. And I know a lot of people may not like this, but our parents and parents before us literally did nothing. They worked, and they didn't put enough effort into providing. And not just my parents. My dad worked. He taught me things. But he didn't know about money. My mom didn't know about money. Nobody knew how to handle money. And I learned my money handling abilities from them. And I realized that we have continued a cycle of generational poverty until me. And I finally decided that I wanted to build something, and I wanted the family that came from me to not have to live in poverty, not by choice, not by birth. So breaking that cycle of generational poverty is my main goal. And I will sacrifice whatever John needs to sacrifice to make sure my wife and children have what they need and then some. I pray that God gives you all the strength to do Dave Ramsey's plan. Again, if you don't do it to a T, that's on you. But if you stick to it, it'll work. But you must continue to pray and put God first as well. Because it took a lot of grit, spit, and sacrifice. And it was a lot of days I was at work crying. I had, one job. I was working 90, almost 100 hours a week. I was killing it, but I got there. So I love you guys. Please, I'll put the Dave Ramsey Baby Steps in the show notes, and I'll put a link to Dave Ramsey's information. Please go check him out. His plan, don't listen to all those weird people on YouTube saying, oh, Dave Ramsey plan don't work for black folk. It works for people. Money, the only color money cares about is it's green. That's it. Money speaks a simple language, and it says, if you save me now, I will save you much later. So do not get caught up in all of the negative people out there that's saying, Dave Ramsey don't work. It's for white people. It don't do this. No, it works if you make it work. What it doesn't do, it doesn't do it for you. You can't just say, okay, I'm doing this plan, and then it worked magically. You don't snap your finger and it works. Life don't work that way. So continue to work hard, guys. Focus on Dave Ramsey's plan. If you have any questions or concerns or comments, please put it in the comment section. I'm free to share my experience of what I did to get through Dave Ramsey's plan. And I pray you guys just reach out. So I love you guys. Have a blessed evening. Be safe. Au revoir. A bientôt. Allez prochaine. There go my son being a jerk. All right, get out the way.